Good morning students. Today we discuss about 11th commerce. In this video we discuss about the meaning, features, advantages and disadvantages of government company. So a government company is defined under section 2 subsection 45 of the Companies Act 2013 as any company in which not less than 51% of paid up share capital is held by the central government or by any state government or governments, or partly by central government and partly by one or more state governments, and include a company which is a subsidiary company of such a government company. So government company means any company which share capital will be bought by more than 51% by the central government or by the state government, or partly by the central government and partly by the one or more state government. That type of company is called as government company. That is, the government should purchase more than 51% of the share capital of the company. Then only it is called as a government company. Features of government company. Registration under the Companies Act. So all the government company that should be registered under the Companies Act 2013 or earlier Act 1956. So a government company is formed through registration under the Companies Act 1956. It is the earliest act. Present act is 2013 and is subject to the provision of this act like any other company. However, central government may direct that any of the provision of the Companies Act shall not apply to a government company or shall apply with certain modifications. Next, executive decisions of government. A government company is created by an executive decision of the government without seeking the approval of the parliament or state legislature. So government company will be created by the decision taken by the government without any approval from the parliament or state legislature. Then separate a legal entity. A government company is a legal entity separate from the government. It can acquire property, can make contract and can file suit in its own name. Even though government purchased the company by purchasing more than 51% share capital, but the company will be separate legal entity from the government. So the government company can acquire, sue, take own property in their own name. Whole or majority capital provided by the government. The whole or majority share capital of the government company is provided by the government, whether it may be central government or it may be state government. But the revenue of the company are not deposited into the treasury. So mostly the government company are financed by the government by way of purchasing share more than 50% or 100% share. Next, majority of government directors. Being in possession of the majority of share capital, the government has authority to appoint a majority of directors on the board of directors of the government company. Because of the government purchase more than 51% share capital, whether it may be central or state government, so for that reason the government will appoint a more number of directors in the board of directors of the company. Own staff. A government company has its own staff, except government officials who are sent to it on deputations. Its employees are not governed by civil servant or civil service rules. So government company can appoint its own staff, and government officials are appointed by the central government. Free from procedural controls. A government company is free from procedural controls from budgeting, accounting and audit control applicable to the government undertakings. Accountability to the parliament or state legislature. The annual report of the government company is placed before the parliament or state legislature because of it is financed established by the government, because of most of the share capital are bought by the government. So the report, annual report, audit report are to be submitted in the parliament. Advantage of government company: easy formation. Government company can be easily formed under the Companies Act just by an executive decision of the government. Internal autonomy. A government company can manage its affairs independently. It is relatively free from ministerial control and political interference in its day-to-day functioning. So, autonomy means freedom of action. So, a government company can manage its affairs independently because of the day-to-day activities will not be interfered by the government. It will be taken by the topmost executive of the company, and the government company can fix their own rules and regulations, and also they can buy own property, they can make a contract, they can appoint its own employees, so by using the name of the company. So the government will not interfere in the day-to-day activity. Private participation. Through government company device, the government can avail of the management skills, technical know-how and expertise of the private sector and foreign countries. Easy to alter. Objectives and powers of the government company can be changed by simply altering the memorandum of association of the company, so without seeking the approval of the parliament. So if the government company wants to change certain rules and regulations, or they can change the place of the business or the activities of the business, means they can easily change, they can make easily the alteration in its own memorandum of associations, because of the powers objectives are in the vested in the with the government company, not with the government. Discipline. The government company is subject to provisions of the Companies Act, which keeps the management of the company active, alert and disciplined. So all the government company can run with in disciplined manner, and also they can manage the business for the affairs of the business, for the development of the business, because of it will have own decisions. Professional management. A government company can employ professionally qualified managers because it has its own personal policies. So the government company can be managed by the well qualified professionalists. So they can manage the government company as it relates to the private sectors. Public accountability. The annual report of the government company is present to the parliament in state legislature. These reports can be discussed and debated there. Disadvantage of government company. Board of directors packed with yes men. So on the board of directors of the government company, there are government appointed directors, so who are yes men of the government. They are unable to run the company in a business like manner because of the major shares are bought by the government, so they can appoint a major number of directors in the board of directors. So whatever the government says, the directors should follow it. So they are called as yes men. They will not able to run the business in their own way because of the government pressure. And then autonomy only in name. So even though the government company will have autonomy in freedom of action, but it is one of the name only. So independent character of the government company exists only in name. In reality, politicians, ministers, government officials interfere excessively in the day-to-day activities of the government company. Then fixed on Companies Act, a fraud on Companies Act and Constitution. A government company is criticized as being a fraud on the Companies Act and on the constitutions. This criticism is valid on the ground that the government can exempt a government company from application of several provisions of the Companies Act. Then fear of exposure. The annual report of the government company is placed before the parliament or state legislature. The working of the company is exposed to press criticism. Therefore, management of the government company often gets demoralized and may not take initiative to come out with and implement something innovative. So, with that, few more points there in the case of disadvantages, that is lack of expertise in deputation list. The key person of the government company are often deputed from the government departments. These deputations generally lack expertise and commitment, leading to lower operational efficiency of the government company. So, whatever the officials, they are to be appointed by the government because of major shares are bought by the government. So it will lead to an ineffective management because of the officials should follow whatever the rules fixed by the government. Selfish functioning. The government company works neither for the government nor for the public. It serves the personal interest of the people who work in the company and who dictate policies of the company. So the government officials, they should be intermediate between the public and the government. So in some cases they should not take any individual effort in order to develop the company, because of they must follow whatever the policy implemented by the government, they can implement it. So that is a major disadvantage of the government company. So with that we conclude this video session. Students, you can go through all the points which are taught in this video. Read and write in Commerce assignment notebook. Keep the notebook safely, and you should send a task complete message in the group without fail. Thank you.